Okay, good morning and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. That's me. Let me turn this off. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, here we are. Okay, is the music too loud? Is the music drowning me out? Because I did some changes with the music sounds. Today on Monos, we're going to do the much anticipated financial. And this is good. Because this is what I've been wanting to do since we started this year. Okay. So let us see. You know what? I should have set this up. Ugh. I should have set this up so I could have went over there. Oh, it won't matter. It won't matter. We'll roll with what we got. So let me first say good morning to those in the chat. Good morning, Karen. And good morning, Harlem Nights. Mr. Harlem, how are you doing, sir? Starting to wear on me, aren't you? You know, it's nothing like having um it's nothing like having your supporters supporting you in the morning. All right, a few things I didn't check before I started today. So let me check them now. You know, it just be some stuff. All right. All right, so we're good. It's just some things I didn't check before I did this. Hey, JT. All right, so we get in there. All right. So in the studio, I can't. So in the studio, I can't hear no music. Yo, this is amazing that I got this all together. Um. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Go Mo Mo. Go Mo. Go for Mo. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is fierce. I love when a plan comes together. Okay. Um. Okay. Damn, I wanted to do that. Who the hell is that? Oh, that's what's going on over there. Let me just go to. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I swear. Um, Let me do this. Play. Turn this off. Disconnect. Oh, I definitely need that video. I need to see that next video. Ah, damn. All right. All right, so y'all not even hearing music. I swear I can't depend on y'all for nothing. I swear. All right, so I hear music in here, but y'all not hearing music. All right, so y'all not even hearing music. First question I said, did y'all hear? Do y'all hear music? All right, so I hear the music, but y'all don't hear the music. Okay, so now y'all hear music. All right. All right. All right. Let me go to this right here. All right. Let me go to this right here. All right. Let me go to this. Okay. All right. So we good. So we good. It's not drowning me out. Okay. Um. Okay. All right. So we good. So we good. It's not drowning me out. All right. So that's my audio check for today. You go, Momo. Oh, like I'm just like, oh, so into me. I'm just so into me. All right. Here we go. Today we are dealing with finances. I gotta turn on something upstairs. to walk Nugget. My bad. I forgot who's in charge today. Moi. I had to walk Nugget. Oops. There it is. But anyway, y'all have music for your entertainment while I was gone. Okay, so here we are. Financial Friday. Ooh, Friday. Financial Friday. With TGIF. Thank God I'm flawless. Mo. Okay, y'all know how that goes. Y'all know what we've been doing. Y'all know how this plays itself out. So let's get it going. Good morning. Good morning, Miss G. Good morning. I did not hear back about the emoji thing. But you know what? We just got to do things differently in Motown. Well, good morning. Have faith in God. Welcome. Today is Financial Friday. All right, here we go. Okay. Today, let today be the day. All right, I'm gonna do this differently. I decided what I was gonna do, so let me do this. Let me go over here. Let me be the one. Ooh, that's kind of sexy. I'm behind it. Oh, do I want to be behind it or do I want to be in front of it? Let me see. I guess I could be behind it. We'll do this like this for today. Okay, so let me show y'all what we working with. Oh man, I'm mad at myself because I don't have no fancy way of going into this. Nah, I'm gonna find a way. Let's see how this works. Oh, anyway, I guess that didn't matter. All right, so that's where we're at today. I'm behind the I'm behind. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Anyway, I'm not gonna play around too much with this. I'm behind the screen. Okay, so today we are going to start our road to finance. We're starting on our financial journey in 2022. So hold up a second. All right, so we on our financial journey. Oh, I don't think I could make any changes. Oh, that's gonna bother me. All right, hold on. We're making our I should have practiced this before I got up here. Okay, so here we are. The first thing is you need to set a goal for what it is you want to do in your on your financial journey, anything. Now, I've seen some comments made about people, or I've seen some comments made about me buying high-end luxury items, right? I don't know why it bothered people around here that I invest in me. I maybe it's because people don't invest in themselves. But when I buy a high-end item, ergo, Mr. Louis right here, planner, it's because one, this is something I wanted, I got it, and that's it. I shared it with you because this is my community and I can share what I want with my community. It just so happens that some of you join my community with hate in your heart. So I don't know what to say about y'all. That says more things about y'all than what it says about me. But I'm going to just keep it moving as I move, right? So before I set out to do my extracurricular things, buy myself the extra things in life, I had to get conditioned to, how do I pay for my wants opposed to my needs? And how do I get the things that I want without jeopardizing the things that I need? I start out with a budget. So our step one in our financial journey here on Motown is going to be to develop your budget. And the way to figure out your budget is to take a period of time and start to look at how you spend your money to see how much money you need in the first place. And you got to begin with putting pen to paper. So today we're going to put this Excel spreadsheet to use. And the first thing that we're going to start right here is I'm going to write in the word goal. And in this box right here, whatever your goal is, you're going to set that as being your goal. Because you got to know what you're doing this for. For whatever you're doing this for, you need to know what you're doing it for. Now, to start out your budget, you need to go with the things that you spend every month. Or start to figure out how much you spend every month. And the first and foremost is where you lay your head at. How you lay your head. Where you lay your head at. Where you lay your head at, how you lay your head, that's what this all starts with. So we begin it with rent, or for those of you who own where you live at, your mortgage. This is going to be something that's consistent. It's something that you have to pay for on a monthly basis. And, it's par for the course. Oops, I forgot to put something very important up there. Before you could start budgeting these things, and I could have left it for the last though. But I want to mess up some of y'all pipe dreams right now. You need to have income. So you need to figure out what your income is. After taxes. And the frequency. After taxes plus the frequency. Okay, so there you are. Okay. Okay, so what's your income and the frequency of pay in it? Next thing is how much you spend to lay your head someplace. In order to live in that, to live there, most of us accrue additional expenses inside our homes. Be it if you rent or you have a mortgage. You may or may not have to pay a light bill. You may or may not have to pay to cook. So you may have to pay a gas bill. You may or may not have to pay I now have a water bill. Light, gas, water, right? Living inside of a house. I also have, this is all the stuff going with just where I live at. I have a security system. Let me see. You have the water, the gas. I have my cable system. Because I have to run my internet, extra stuff. Those are my basics. That should come off the top of your head, because at the end of the day, this is shit you gotta pay for no matter what in order to stay sleeping in your house. You don't want to be sleeping in your place and you ain't got no lights on, you ain't got no gas on, you can't watch no television or do anything interactively because you haven't paid for your cable system, the water bill. I think those are all. The only thing I didn't have when I rented was the water bill. Some of you, your gas bill, you may have to pay for your heating system. So in my circumstance, the gas is not just for cooking, it's for heating as well. Okay, then these are all the things associated with where you live, that associated with the house. And these are must pays every month if you want to keep them active. So I'm going to go and color these reds, because these are must haves for me. I don't know what they are for you, but these are my must haves. I must have these. This dude right here, I'm going to color him in because he's green, because this is money. And we do money differently. Okay, so these are my must haves. All right. I think those are my core things. If not, we'll come back and okay. Next up, outside of the home, in order to get to your job, you may have expenses to get to work. So you would want to put those on your budget. You have to add this into your budget. So this would be work-related expenses. And for me, that would be the commute to work. So since this goes with income, I'm going to color that green to go with the income column, because I know this is related to the income. I'm going to set you up with a formula that I would use. And I'm coming up with a monthly budget. It is $2.75 to get on the bus. And I'm gonna take the longest route to work. And this is the cheapest route, but this is the longest route. I get to transfer to the train. And then I have to take the PATH train into work. Now I'm going to do this times 5 days a week. And I'm going to times this by 4 weeks in a month. And that should be my monthly budget as it relates to that. that route. So that's the cheapest route to work. Now I'm going to just map me out a different, because I need to see things differently. If I took the Long Island Railroad into work, I still would have to do, hold on a second. A bus to the Long Island Railroad, round trip on the Long Island Railroad, plus the PATH train to work times 5 days a week times 4 weeks in a month. That's how much it would cost transportation. And believe it or not, this is the route I'm probably taking to go to work, because it's the safer route to go to work. It's less time. Then this is more time. This is like a 2-hour commute, leaving about 7:30 in the morning. This right here is a 1-hour commute, less than 1 hour commute, leaving at 8:30ish and getting to work by 9:30. I gotta leave this one at 7 a.m. and get to work at 9:30. This one I can leave at 8:30 and get to work at 9:30. So sometimes you have to weigh your convenience versus that. So that would be what I need to commute to get to work. Okay, let's see what else. So that takes care of my income, those basics right there. Other things would be your credit cards. Now, credit cards, depending on how you're using your credit cards, they could be things that you need, or they could be things you could do without. So for now, they in this gray area of stuff. For this spreadsheet, they're in the gray area, so I'm gonna give them some gray area status. Credit cards. I'm gonna do credit card number 1, and then I would probably give it a name. For me personally, I have uno, dos, tres credit cards. And then I have my American Express that you can leave home without it. That's definitely an emergency piece, because anybody know American Express is due and payable that same month, is due in full. So that's an emergency card. All right, but I got 4 credit cards. Let me see. I'm looking at my list. To go anywhere and do anything, another must-have, and my must-have is my cell phone. Let me see what else is in my must-haves for the month. I used to have, this is my old breakdown in front of me. I used to have Ipsy. I don't do them no more. Oh, I have an AMC, so that's for pleasure. I'm mad that they never have. I always got to go in here and make up my own colors for stuff. So I like this one. Okay. So these are my pleasure stuff. The things I don't necessarily have to have. Oh no. This group right here is going to be my YouTube channel. Hold up. Let me make my YouTube channel, because these are the things I pay for because of the YouTube, but I didn't need to have it. So this AMC membership is part of the YouTube. I like to put things in categories so I can see why I have something. So this YouTube shit right here, this is about $25 a fucking month for no reason whatsoever. Because we were supposed to be reviewing movies around here. So I got that AMC membership for the YouTube. I got for YouTube, I pay for, what do you call this thing? Oh. Hold up, I went to go see something. Girl, I ain't get to the food yet. Always somebody starting trouble around here. The YouTube channel. There's something else I got over here for the YouTube. Shit, I could hardly get to eat. I gotta pay my credit cards first. When they paid off, I could eat on those. I buy. Technically, I do use my credit cards to purchase everything. That's why I pay off everything off of the cards. That's why I pay the cards in full at the end of each month, because I just use those when I go to the store and stuff like that. So I don't really set a budget for it, only what the credit card limits are. The YouTube, I pay for AMC. What else do I pay for with the YouTube? I pay for this what is it, premium? And then I have for the YouTube channel, I pay for memberships. I got $1.99 membership. I got somebody else's membership, but for right now, there's two things I pay for. I think those is it. All right. I got my phone bill. All right. In addition to getting to work, commuting to work this way, I got my automobile. And automobile is kind of funky right here, because this is going to go with my my must-haves in terms of I must pay this every month, because I need mama guns. So I have Mama Guns. Everybody know who her is. And then I have insurance. Oh, shit. Okay. Mama Guns insurance. Okay. With that being said, I pay to use the YouTube. I pay for Zoom, and to use the YouTube, I pay for something called Direct something. What is it? Cyberlink. Is there anything else that I use? I think that's it. Okay. I pay for. I put it in this category because I write this off on my taxes as all the losses for stuff. To use this program right now, I pay for Microsoft on a monthly basis. So I charge that to my YouTube. I charge the Audible books to the YouTube. Now, when you're doing a budget, you can round up on your budget. All right. So Cyberlink is $65 for the year. So I would make a little note here just for the hell of it. It's called annual. It's an annual fee. It's an annual fee that I would take right here and break it up, because I'm trying to do a monthly budget. I would come right here and break this up by 4 quarters. And that's what I would come up with, how much I'm spending each month on that service. Because when you get to the month, you want to be able to have had the money to cover it. So if you budget it in as you do it, you don't have a problem with it. Okay, so that takes care of that. And the reason why this is very important with me in the memberships, I just like to get charged one amount at one time. I don't like to have several amounts coming out at different periods of time during the month. Okay, so now we have the auto loan. I put in my cable, yes. I put in Microsoft. I put in the lights. I put in the YouTube stuff, the Audible books. All right. I do something. This is in my gray area again. I have Amazon Prime. And then I got ancillary charge cards that belong to stores. So the first store I have a Victoria's Secrets. And then I have another store I have is Sephora. And all of these really stay on zero balances. I try to pay these out within a 3-month period, whatever I charge on them, because normally if I use them I charge high on them, because this is for my hair products and stuff. So most of these I do a lot of stuff on them. I think that's it. Victoria's Secret, Sephora, Ulta. Do I have another one? Okay, now Karen wants to point out the food and all this other stuff. Let me see. Oh, one more thing I have for the YouTube channel. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me just insert before I forget that I have it for the YouTube channel. Is my P.O. box. These are the things I write off as a and this month for 3 months is now 60. What did I say was $62? It's some fucking ridiculous ass rate that almost gave me a heart attack for 3 months. So I'm gonna have to deal with that differently. This is on a quarterly basis. I just got to do the math over here on this side. Okay. So I'm gonna have to rethink that, because one of these months one of these quarters I'm gonna have to pay that to eliminate having to pay each month that. It's slightly lower if you pay for it on a yearly basis, but I'm gonna have to move to a yearly basis because it keeps going up in the different quarters. Okay, so now I think that's it. I don't think I have a eighth credit card, but let me just look in my wallet, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, this is so good. Ah, damn it. I had all the change drop out. Ugh. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I got them all. Okay, 2 more categories I have to cover. I'm just going to write in food right here. And food is a necessity, so it goes in the red. Like I said, I don't budget food for me, but you could budget food for you. I just don't. And in the next, but I do budget entertainment. So I do budget restaurants. Reason why I budget restaurants, it used to be because the restaurants were associated with going to work, or it was associated as part of my entertainment, hanging out with my friends. The other category that I have, food, restaurants. There's one thing missing. Something's missing. I do food. I do. It is it's this category right here. Let me just make this broad for y'all. And then I do I normally do this every pay period. Bum, 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 bum. Restaurants, clothing, household products. All right, household products. I don't know, cause on this YouTube, you would never think that you people clean anything or do anything, cause y'all always be up here on just wreaking havoc in other folks' lives. I never thought that y'all clean y'all homes and do stuff like that. So again, this is my channel. This is based on my needs. I might come out and build this out differently, and come back with y'all on this. These motherfuckers right here be too much. These motherfuckers be too much. I really gotta get a handle on these things to figure out what those are. So now I want to introduce y'all to something. All of these numbers right here, because we're doing a budget, we're gonna make all of these numbers be in the positive. Cause you want to see how much you're spending. So this income, I would not add with these numbers right here. So I would leave this by itself. When I set up what's my total, this will be total budget without, so this would just be the total budget. Come over here, 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 here. Oh, this is going to be annoying all day today because people don't understand how to use this system. But guess what? I was keeping it. I was keeping it on. All right. So how do we wrap this up? There's a little button up here, and I left this intentionally showing so you could see where I got my things from. How I figured this out. So if you notice, I'm gonna go all the way up here to the top, but I'm only gonna draw on this column right here. Only gonna use those cells right there to write what a monthly budget would be. Now these cards be having like these stupid minimums that be like I don't know how to describe it. They be having stupid minimums like $29, $30, $40 to pay. I normally don't do that. I just normally do some number like this or some variation when I figure them all out. So sometimes I'll pay the minimum because I then take one of the bills and pay it out in full. Then the next month comes, I got a free card with all of its spending open, and I go to the next one, pay it out full minimum on all the other ones. But I'm just, it all works for you however it works for you. However it works for you. I'm not about to give y'all some numbers around here. But I just want to say on the basic shit, let me give y'all some basic numbers. So maybe this one has that amount. These two have that amount. And this one has that amount as a minimum. The movie theater is that amount. Prime is this amount. These all have minimums. These might be their minimums. I think this one is a smaller minimum than that. But because I really don't know. I think these are like this. I think all of these are like this. They got some stupid number with them. So just off the rip, without really even adding in all my red items, really, I have a big monthly budget. So why did I have a big monthly budget? What say you, all of y'all worrying about where I live in, what kind of house I have, what this shit is? What's y'all monthly budgets? What do that shit look like? Now, right now, we not going to work, so I'm not spending that money right here. But let me just go back to something and say something. Let's just say this. If you didn't have to spend because you're working from home, this dollar amount right here on your work related commute, and actually I'm not really spending this, so to be full disclosure, I'm not really, this is still being taken out of my paycheck before this comes out of my paycheck directly, so I never really spend this out of my after tax money because it comes out of my check before. It's pre-taxed. So this is really not in my budget. But if you think about it, for the past 2 years now, I've been accumulating over $100 a month just in commuter things. Even though it's not going to matter, because 1 month when I do return back to work could get eaten up in in the commute, that's something interesting for me to think about, because I have to change that number. And I think the allowable amount in New York is about $200 and something that you could do pre-tax dollars. That's why it's important for employers to let us stay working from home. But this is the baseline of me starting a budget. I really need to work on this word budget, though. Why you need to work on the word budget? Good morning. Oh shit. You know what? I can't even. So here's the spreadsheet. Here's where we're starting. I need you now to go home and work on your spreadsheet and see what your categories are that you spend money on every month, and start to build you out a spreadsheet to figure out how much money you spend. And we're going to come back to the next Financial Fridays, and we're going to discuss where we are at and what our monthly spend is. And then we're going to work on our monthly income, because you might notice that this is why you can't cover your monthly income, because you got too much expenses going out, and we may have to start to work on these expenses going out. Because I reside in a community that is so hateful, I can't give you real numbers. So we can only talk in hype. I rather than lie on here, because I don't lie. I don't have time to be lying for folks that don't matter. I just prefer to leave the core numbers, my core numbers, out. And I suggest that you don't do that for yourself. You put your core numbers in. So if you're having an issue building your spreadsheet, let me know. I could work you out some. You could just write it in the comments below. I could help you make your formulas to add up what you need to add up to see what your monthly spend is. When we finish with your monthly spend, then we can broaden it out to see what your that's why I did that little formula when there was something that was a annual fee, and I was dividing it up into months, so that you could see what you're working with. Questions, comments, or concerns inside of that? I believe there's probably a category I left off with the household. There's household expenses. You can break that down to as small as you want, but I would always keep the category first. So if it's household, and let's say it's cleaning solutions, and you got a rate for that. If it's household because you hire somebody to come in and clean your house, more power to you. Household, then put hyphen cleaning services. I would keep it like that, only so that you can pinpoint what the categories are spending, and maybe you'll have to cut down or tweak what your categories are. That's why I did credit card 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I put the numbers on there, because there are times when I pay off credit cards in full, so I pay them off in the numbers that they are in. So technically, I should have credit cards that get paid off twice a year, that they've paid in full with zero balances. And I really prefer to keep things with as much zero balances as necessary, because when you keep the zero balance, what you look for in your credit rating is related to how much debt you have out there and how much available debt is there to you. So for instance, if you have a credit card that has a credit line of $5,000, you would want to have more. You would want to use less than 30% of that card. So let me give y'all an easier number. If you had a credit card that was $1,000, you would want to have $700 available to you at any time. And if you times that five times, you would, if you had a $5,000 credit line, you would want to have $3,500 available to you at any time, so that your FICO rating is higher, because the available credit, your debt to ratio is a 60-30. I mean 70-30 split. 70 not utilized, 30% utilized. You want to keep your cards about at 30% utilization as much as possible. Now, I come from the hood. We started out with a 50%. I always do things at 50%. Sometimes that's helpful, because when I'm trying to pay down a card, if I'm looking at 50%, if I know the balance on a card 1 month was $100 and something, the next month, if I put 50 this month and then the difference next month, I wipe that one out. Next one, and go on and so forth. Because the bottom line is to keep your available credit high, so that your credit rating is higher, because they see you as having available credit. That's the only thing that fluctuates on my credit report. When I look at my credit report, it be things like that that fluctuates. And that's it. I'm sure some motherfuckers around here try to pull a credit report or whatever on me. I really want y'all to keep doing the shit y'all doing, because sooner or later, it's been brought to my attention that people want to put my address up here. People want to give people my telephone number up here. I don't understand. For the life, and these are just allegations, because I didn't see it for myself, because I don't watch you. And I'm not about to begin to watch you to make you feel good about yourself. So this is what people have come back and told me, right? There is a group of folks on this cyber space here, right, that do things because you motherfuckers are criminal minded. You've been blinded. You don't know how else to act unless you are raping a person in cyberspace. And it's a damn shame. It is a damn shame. But if you got to spend this time to try to dissect who I am, it's because you are nothing. You're not up here showing your finances, and you motherfuckers supposed to be balling, right? Y'all supposed to be all about this. Y'all buying properties, own 2 and 3 homes, yada, yada, yada. Y'all got, I don't know, what is it? Tractor trailers. I don't know what the fuck y'all own that y'all live in. That's a grand thing, right? But you're supposed to be doing so great. But you got time to talk about people that you think are doing worse than you. If you think that somebody, old people in their 70s and 90s years of age, own a house that looks like a home of people in their 20s and 30s of today, y'all, there's something wrong with y'all. There is something wrong with you. Every old folks home that I walk into today is a clutter of stuff. Say I lie. Just because y'all are 30-year-old grandmothers and grandfathers because you was out there spreading your legs at the age of 12 and having kids at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16. However y'all want to tell the stories that y'all tell the stories on here. It's not surprising. Y'all comparing apples to oranges. Apples to oranges. You don't hurt me in anything that y'all doing. Nothing that you guys, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Nothing that you guys are doing on this internet as it relates to who I may be according to your narrative is making or breaking me whatsoever. It's only giving people who have nothing to do something to watch. And yes, I said that you people who are watching it have nothing else to do, So that's why you're watching it. And you know that's why you're there watching it. It's a late night, middle of the night. You woke up, ain't nobody fucking you. Ain't nobody giving you no airplay. So you're up here on the internet watching somebody else call themselves dissecting somebody else or exposing somebody else. Expose your motherfucking selves. How about that? If you live these great lives, right? And if it was something that we all could aspire to, you would let us see it. You would want people to know about your success. But because you people are not successful and you're miserable in your own crafts, you have nothing better to do but to find the time to pick on someone else for clicks and views. According to you guys, the recent case of Tasha K and Carly B had to do with that, picking on had to do with clicks and views, telling lies for clicks and views. But a part of me says, you know, that it was not about that, because if you really thought that that's what it was about, y'all would stop. If you really thought that that's what it was about, you would stop behaving the way that you behave, because you see that there's a monetary there's a monetary damage that you could be liable to pay out. You could be you could have a liability to pay out. So you don't believe that for one moment, because if you did, you would heed the warning. But since you live in cyberspace and you don't even expect any of this stuff to really come home and find you, because you're not about anything. You're not even here on the platform trying to make something better out of yourself. All you're doing is what you cannot do in your real life, and that is harass people and get away with it. Because in your real lives, in the real streets, in the real world, right, you could not do this to your neighbor. You could not go and publicly walk down your street, capture somebody's house, post it up all throughout your neighborhood, and say, this is freedom of speech. I'm showing the inside of this person's home. I'm showing the inside of this person's life, and I'm posting it on billboards around town. You would be found guilty of harassing that person around your town. But since the cyberspace appears to be an open place, and you feel like you've built enough troll accounts and troll investments in yourself that you can come out here and hide behind avatars and anytar and not be exposed for who you are. You're miserable individuals. You're just miserable individuals. And when you can come to terms with who you are and find some real peace in your own life, then you could be better. You will take on any challenges presented to you for clicks and views. And you have proven it so. You got people up here that will say, do not talk about my family. But they will sit on a platform and talk about everybody else's and anybody else's family that comes to mind. You got miserable people who are handicapped, disabled, and dysfunctional in their real life, trying to find some kind of love in cyberspace, that will come up here, join you in a panel to engage in a campaign of hate against somebody else. This is only a reflection of who you folks are and what you folks don't have going for you in your life. Because if you had positive things going for you in your life, you would be out here making videos that were about the positive stuff in your life. Y'all, for the majority of you, y'all have horrible lives that you would not want to share up here on the internet, because the same shaming that you're trying to do to someone else is a shaming that you're trying to avoid for yourself. So every time I listen to people come back and tell me about how people have tried to attack me on this internet, I have said to myself, God, I wonder what's really in that person's closet that they're trying to hope that no one discovers. It is what it is. I'm going to be good, because at the end of the day, I do unto others as I would have others do unto me. That's why trying to find out what your life is about is not my priority nor my interest. What your life is about is not my priority nor my interest. And I've said that numerous times when people have come in my chat, have posted what your family allegedly has and has not done to try to make a clap back, try to help me clap back on you. And I have taken the high road, because in the words of Michelle Obama, when they go low, I go high. It ain't never changed. You wouldn't know about that road because y'all living in low places. People that dwell in low places, you know what happens to them. Remember the serpent? He crawls on his stomach because he did what? He slithers around for the rest of his life because he did what? So you know what it is, because most of you are nothing but serpents. Either you're overweight, underachievers, overthinkers, overstated, you're under everything that you characterize as being someone else. You fall under that category, your damn self. So instead of taking that reflection, that mirror image of yourself and putting your picture to it, you try to put somebody else's picture to it. Damn shame. You show me your $700,000 home and better, and then I'll show you just what you've been looking for. You don't have it. And because you don't have it, you don't know what to do with oneself. You are jealous of somebody you never met in your whole fucking life for something that she may have had that you don't have. That's the craziest fucking thing. You worry about my voice and all this other stuff because you can't articulate bullshit unless it's hateful thoughts. And some of you, when I have listened to you, I know that you can do better. But the problem is that nobody's ever believed in you to be better. So because nobody's ever believed in you to be better, you don't even understand that you could be better. Because you only see the road to hate sitting in front of you. All the things that you do, all the things that you engage in. It speaks volumes about you. It speaks volumes about your inequities and why you, an imperfect person, would want to take the time to unveil someone else's life because yours is miserable. If you came out here and you showed your good life, and no pun intended to Karen, but if you was to show the actual parts of your life, you know nobody would listen to it. Remember that wedding that nobody wanted to attend, but everybody wanted to wish you well because they wanted to make sure that your miserable ass finally found some happiness and love, the 8th time around? So you have to ask yourself, if you were supposed to be living this grandoso new experience, and then you had the ability to capture it on the YouTube, why are you focused on other folks? You should have a litany of content if you married a nigga worth it. I'd rather be single and have no man in my life than be single and marry a motherfucking bum on the internet and can't even show people anything else because you know and we know that you married beneath. When you marry trash, you just gotta be trash. You are what you sleep with. You sleep with who you want to be. That's nothing. A day just before you ever compare whoever you think you are to whoever you believe I am, you better make up your bed first and get the crumbs off the sheets from when a person slips in your bed with their dirty feet. Because they done stepped all over somebody's life in order to climb up in your shit. I normally say people that live in glass houses should not throw stones. But you people don't live in glass houses because the visual will be too bad. If people, which we do, see right through you, you try everything to make that invincible. You try everything to make it invincible. We see you. We absolutely see we absolutely see you, and we know who you are, and we have believed you every time you came out here and done something. We see your struggle to make it. Take the time to make it for yourselves. Stop trying to worry about other people. Every time someone makes a video about me on this platform that is not that is a counterproductive video about me, it's because they are telling you, the viewer, that they ain't got nothing better to do with their time and their life is full of shit. And to accommodate their fallings, they have to pick on somebody else that might appear like theirs is together. So all they try to do is try to find information to see if it's not as together as it appears on the surface. I don't come here to tell you no lie about who I am. I'm Mo. I'm going to be the same Mo today as I was yesterday. The struggle is real. The struggle continues. The only sad part about it is that I can't share with you, my viewers, the actual struggles, because there is a cohort of people here, a little classification of bums that want to make it their life. So I just do the best I can. That's why I call it the best life. I do the best I can with what I want to bring out here, what I think is important to know. People say, I'm a positive person. I'm a positive this. I've been pointing this out for a minute now. Everything that they contribute to their positivity normally is negativity. It's grown on negativity. It's homegrown negative energy. I don't know what else to say to you. I feel sorry for many of you. When I hear the stories, sometimes I just cringe. I'll be like, I don't even believe somebody's actually repeating this shit to me. They are successful in their campaigns of harassment because you watch it. The minute you stop watching their hate campaigns, it's the minute they start to diminish. But as long as their hate campaigns are entertainment for the majority, they will continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's unfortunate, but that's just where we are right now. Anyway, I hope the spreadsheet today brings you some organization in respect to creating a budget. Next week, I will come back with a challenge. I will come back with the challenge on, let me tell you what day. So please take the time this weekend to go over your list, because the challenge will begin next Tuesday. So I will do a financial Tuesday to start with our challenge, our February challenge, our first financial challenge. So the best thing for you to do is to start writing, start putting together your list, figure out what are your necessities and what are your wants. because you're going to need them as we begin our February challenge. Anyway, this is the most craziest thing on earth. I probably will review. Well, I think everyone knows what my goal is for 2022. But think about your goals. Start to develop your budget so you can see what you can spend and what you cannot spend, and be prepared for February 1st when I come out here with our first challenge of 2022 as a collective. Anyway, this broadcast has been brought to you by M&O.